hue and the saturation, so the translucency. It's not marble because the way it lenses have been plundered. So it mixes the fluid with marbleized.
I have so much to learn, man. I haven't really done much in the physical world.
It's very satisfying. And it's very good software work. That's why I have no interest in do something else. It's enough.
Take notes, man. Stop. Gotta take notes.
Well, do what you like. I'm telling you my rationale, how I want to live. I'm not operating advice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to GB Tuesday, a weekly AI event where we bring together AI engineers, developers, researchers, enthusiasts, and people just looking to learn more about AI in one place so that we can all learn together and grow together. We've been doing this now for over 1 year. 1 year. Thank you. And our commitment is to continue doing this, to provide education for the masses, for not just here in Miami, but for everyone. And so thank you all for making it. You helped make this an amazing, amazing time. Before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. One of our sponsors is The Hub, a great spot here. So kind of them to allow us to present here every single week, provide AI education. And there are some beautiful, beautiful desks. In fact, I actually work out of here myself. So if you want to get a desk or you want to get an office, I highly recommend it. Go ahead and just talk with Noel. I can introduce you, and you can go ahead and get set up if you want. Beyond that, we do this again every single week. We have some big announcements for after this. And before we take too much of your time, let's go ahead and introduce Alejandro Acosta. Alejandro Acosta, he works at Microsoft and LinkedIn. He's going to be showing you how to build a coaching business using AI. And before I take any more of thunder, here you go.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron, for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here. So, first of all, I would like to ask you, what do you think that you are going to learn today? Anyone wants to? What do you think that I'm going to talk about today? Something, yeah.
How to create a coaching business and make $200,000 annually.
Yeah, that is not
With AI.
With AI, you read it here. So, yeah. So let me introduce myself. I'm Alejandro. I work for Microsoft, but I started the last year a coaching business. Basically, what I do is I help software engineers to increase the salary by 40% in 6 months. And it's part of my journey at Microsoft because I was able to make like $1 million in 1 year with salary. And today I'm going to show you what is the 8-step process that I used to design winning high-ticket offers and scale my business to 200K. I recommend you to go to wandari.com and about all this template and the workshop that we are going to do today. The exercise is going to be there, so just join if you haven't done yet. Okay, and also there's going to be a gift at the end of the presentation for the people that probably don't fall asleep. so yeah, let's see about me. So my name is Alejandro. I have been in the US for like 10 years. Probably you think that I'm American, but I'm not American. Probably you guess because my accent. I'm from Spain, in Madrid, and I see more people here from Spain. Yeah, in Madrid. Okay. So I came here because I have a company, was a website builder, and GoDaddy, that was a hosting company, wanted to acquire this project. Unfortunately, it didn't work, and I decided to come here to study. I was studying for like a year. I later get my visa for extraordinary people, and I started work for a company that probably you know that this is Splunk. After that, I worked for like 7 years for Adobe, and later to Microsoft. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself also, what is the kind of work that I like to do more, that is basically helping software engineers increase their salaries and helping entrepreneurs, developers to create a new income stream, because I think that is more safe sometimes when you have multiple income streams. And my hobby is basically documenting and educating other developers and entrepreneurs to improve their professional results. But I want to ask you something. You want to create a business, a coaching business. It's very different for many people, no? Because many people want to create a business that it can be like millions of dollars, and other people only want to have a kind of revenue every month. So at least, so the first question that I want to ask you is, what is your dream lifestyle? I mean, how much money you want to do? Because the journey is going to be different, no? I mean, if you decide to create only a solopreneur business, maybe with 3 or 4 people, you can make 20, 30, or even 50,000 per month. But if you want to make 500 or 1 million or 2 millions, the journey is different, because probably you need a large team and you need more people, no? So some people like to manage big teams, and other people like to create a very small business and just make enough money for themselves, no? So that is something that probably you have to think about. One thing, why high ticket, I think that is the best business model. Well, you will see that all the software and the SaaS companies normally have a kind of low ticket, because a low ticket is something that is normally below $1,000, and a high ticket is everything that is over that. The reason, because many high ticket business are a kind of better business model, is like you don't need many customers, no? For example, I was able to make like 200 only with 50 students. That is not a lot, no? It's less complex, the revenue is higher, the profit is going to be high also, and you don't need to have a lot of support, no? So it's simple. Actually, many of the people that build info products, they start mainly with high tickets, and later they decide to go more to the low ticket, because it's a different approach. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what are the 8 steps. I know that everyone probably is interested that I talk about AI, but first I think that we need to know the understanding of the fundamentals to build a coaching business, because if not, it doesn't work. I mean, we can use AI, but if we don't know what is the business or what is our customer, or we don't know how to get customers, the AI is only going to help us, but we need to know and having the fundamentals. Okay, so let's go there. So what, can you tell me here what kind of, anyone have a kind of a startup or online business? Can anyone raise the hand? Yeah, what do you do?
Swarms.
Swarms?
Yeah.
For software?
I sell agents to enterprises.
Okay, so that is a business model. So he helped companies to scale their business, no, without having a lot of humans, no, because AI is going to do everything, right? Something like that.
That's we don't we sell the ability to augment human beings.
Okay.
We don't replace human beings.
Okay. So you don't want to replace them. Okay. So anyone wants to share? Anyone here doing real estate or trading, or I don't know what you do, guys here? Anyone wants to share? Jeffrey, what do you do? I need to start asking people that I know. So.
Well, I work as a software.
Okay, so you could provide software, no? So you solve problems with software in some way, no? Patricia, what do you do?
Many things.
Many things?
Yeah, so I'm launching an e-commerce.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what you asked, right?
Yeah. So, okay. So the first thing that we had to do is know what is the niche and what is going to be, because not every niche is the same. I mean, it gives you the same kind of profit because it depends on the industry. For example, if I tell you that you're going to generate money with that, like, I don't know, trading or buying properties and selling, something like that, it's more simple to sell the coaching, no? Because it's going to be like a kind of revenue for that person. It's the same thing like, I don't know, maybe the health coach also, no, because the benefit is probably you are going to be more fit and things like that. So not all the needs are the same. So you need to pick the one that is going to give you more money. So that is nowadays in info products is mostly all the coaching business, like for example, teach you like in kind of new profession or thing like that. No, for example, like in AI, being a consultant, no, you can be that can be a good niche. I'm going to teach people how they can use AI to do consultancy for businesses. No, so that will be a good niche. No? The second thing is the avatar, and in the startup they call it a buyer persona. Basically, an avatar is a person that you know really, really well. No, so for example, you don't know only the basic avatar. Some people think that is the age, is the profession, or is the I don't know, is a male, is a female. But I think that the most important thing is like what are the problems, their desires. For example, if I'm going to work with software engineers and they want to change the job, I need to understand very well what are the pain problems that are. Maybe they are not happy with their current salary, or they are not happy with the manager or the team, or maybe they are bored with the projects that they are doing. So these are the root cause that people are going to buy the product. So that is why we have. You want to talk also? What is going to be about? So later we can do her business. So okay. So yeah, you need to understand who is going to be the customer, and specifically what are their pains and their desires. Also, people is going to buy for the desires, but if you find the pain or the pain, it's going to be easier to buy, to pay for the product. The desire, also the result, what they are going to get. For example, if they are going to get more fit, or they are going to make more money, whatever. No? So that is something that you need to know. And the most important thing is going to be the transformation in startups we call a customer journey. And it's the journey from the beginning, from they see an app to they pay you the product. But the transformation is more the point A to point B. For example, if an engineer wants to get a job, it's going to be a lot of steps so you get the results. So for example, first you need to know what is your current situation and make an audit from your current job. Later you have to do a career plan, and later you have to work your personal brand and optimize your LinkedIn, your resume, and things like that. And later you need to find offers, and when you get interviews. And when you get interviews, you have to go to the interviews and you have to perform well, and you have to prepare things like coding, algorithms, system design, and others. No, so and later you get offers, and later you negotiate the offers, and later you have to go to the job, and you have to do very well your job. No, so that will be the transformation that I will offer my customer. He has to know in every step I'm going to offer different things. So if he goes to the next level, no, so that is how a coaching business works. No. It's the same thing like for fitness or whatever. No? So you are going to prepare the meal planning, the whatever, all the steps that that person needs. Okay. And the next one is going to be the promise that don't promise anything that it cannot be being delivered.
Can we zoom in just a little bit on the screen?
Yeah, of course.
Great, thank you.
It's fine.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so don't promise anything that cannot be delivered. That is a common mistake. The promise is something like this, like we help software engineers increase their salary by 40% in 6 months without working more hours using this method or this strategy. Some people tell you also how you were doing before and how you are going to do better. For example, one would be you don't have to work many hours, no? You can it's not that you have to dedicate more time. Maybe you need to spend less time doing your work and be more productive, so you can have more time for doing interviews. Right? So that is, you try to remove the friction that you can have. And so, also, of course, you are not going to help everyone. You have to know the person, and you have to understand if you can help that person. So that is why many companies or many people do like this kind of phone call where they know you and they know what is your current situation and you can help. But this is mostly the promise that you know already because you were offering before to other customers. No? Anyone wants to practice? Tell me what would be a good promise. Anyone wants to say? Your friend, Joseph.
Yeah, so I have a business where we help lawyers get more leads from their website.
Okay, so that is a good promise. So you help lawyers to get more customers. No? Later you can start, when you have more numbers, you can start saying, well, I don't know, I get you at least 20 customers in 6 months or something like that. So when they see the quantity, they know better the results. And normally this is like a hook. So they are interested. It's not just for everyone, but at least you catch the attention with the numbers. And it's the same thing when you are doing the kind of tell me about yourself. You say, oh, I'm a software engineer. I have 10 years of experience. I work with these companies and I get these things done. So that is a way that it's really easy to sell yourself. So with business, it's similar. But for that, you need to know what is your customer and what you are going to offer. And you cannot offer everything. I mean, you need to offer something very specific. I think that it's better to work in a niche and solving a very specific problem. For example, it's not like, oh, I know someone in immigration and it's going to help me to get my extraordinary visa. Okay, that is good. But if I go to the website and I see that you offer me everything, it's very difficult because I don't know, you are not specialized, so I don't know if you are going to be good. But if you go to a website and you see all the testimonials and I see people that they got the one and I was doing this service and I have a competitive and they have a really good offer, you are going to sell more your service. And this is the most important thing that I think that is the offer. There is a book very famous that is called 100 Million Offers from Alex Hormozy. I recommend you that you read it and it tells you how you can make an offer. Because, for example, sometimes it's better not to compete. For example, I have this platform no, that is to create an online course. I can compete like everyone, no? Because there's going to be platforms that are free, others are more expensive than me, that 300, 500, and others are going to be different. But if I have a good offer for that person and it's going to solve a specific problem, people are more open to pay for the product. So, for example, this is probably my experience, but when people try to create a website, it's not about creating the website because they need to create a copy and knowing what is the customer and having the image and the resource and everything. And if you don't have it, it's very difficult to use a product. But if I offer you like a way that I help you to create all this content and things before creating the website, and I have classes every month and I support you to do the website, it's going to be different because someone that doesn't know how to build a website, even the software is very good, maybe he's lost. So when you give more things with your product, it's more easy that they buy or they pay for the product. And the other most important thing is like if you promise something and you, for example, Joseph, you are going to offer that I'm going to get 30 customers in 6 months, but later you don't deliver, no people is not going to buy, and also people are going to use the social proof and see if you have enough testimonials for that. And also when you have social proof, it's easier to sell your product. Okay, well, the social proof I told it already is the most important. And okay, so I'm going to go to the fun part, the how we are going to use AI to build a coaching business. But first, I want to show you the platform that I built. It's called Wandari. You can go. Let me see if I present here and do this both things at the same time. Okay, this is the platform. You can see it. You have almost everything that you need to create a business. I'm going to show you inside so you understand a little bit of how it works. Okay, so here you can see all the training that the student can see. For example, I have different content, or I can put in English first. Okay, so here you have like 30 days on recordings, per interview, something like that. So basically, the platform allows you to create different courses for your students, and that part is very similar to like a Moodle or a school or another platforms. But you will see later when I integrate the AI and see what we can do. Here, for example, if you want a website, for example, it's going to be very simple also. Because, for example, I use it here. It's very specific to the things that I showed you before now, because you have here the promise, what you do. This basically will help someone in increase the salary 40%. Some social proof, who is the person behind that, what are the benefits and the problems, and here are some testimonials. So you have some social proof, and you will see here that you have the program and the testimonials. Okay, so we are going to do an experiment. I hope that it works. I started to integrate AI very recently, so Joseph, I'm going to use your use case and see how it works, and I'm going to start using AI. Okay, this was a simple program that it was different for helping kids to, well, teach 6-year-old kids to play the guitar songs. Let's do something different. So you say that you help lawyers, no? to get
Say more leads from their website.
more leads in their website, something like that. Okay, it's been. Okay, let's see. So this was the original. The AI is doing the work, and we will see if it works and it doesn't break anything. And this is using OpenAI in the back, so any customer can configure OpenAI directly. I don't charge for the AI, so as soon as you do the integration, it's the same that you want to integrate other things like Stripe or mailing or something like that. Okay, so let's see if it did work. We have layers to get more clients, increase their leads by 50% in 6 months. They have the method.
Can you zoom in?
Well, let's see the preview for this. So this, we help lawyers to get more clients and increase their leads by 50% in 6 months with the legal growth methods. Well, you need to update. But my name is Alejandro. I'm the founder of Legal Growth. Having been in your shows, I have been working in business development and client acquisition, moving to Silicon Valley. So it gives you some ideas. Spending your legal practice, you want to achieve financial growth. Are you tired of stacking on balance client acquisition? Well, it gives you some information. And here we have some testimonials. Arturo, you are a lawyer now. I think that it normally takes different ones, but I don't know. That is the fun part of AI because you never know what is, if the answer is going to be. It's always different most of the time. So, well, it's funny because it takes all my students and what you can send it. This gives you an idea, no? So for example, we have also this program that we are going to do the same. Well, let's do something different before. So imagine that another following content too, we're going to do to German. Let's see if you can offer this product to German lawyers. It's more interesting when we say Chinese and it changes. Okay, but we have to be patient. So. Okay, so we have it here. So this will be your website in German, and we can do the same for the different language, like for example, the following content to Chinese. That is going to be more interesting. Okay, I think that I can show you different. Just wait, and I'm going to do it another different kind of a scenario. Okay, so The other thing that I can show you that is interesting. Okay, so here I have my course. Well, this is the full courses in Spanish, sorry, but this is an example. But for example, here, uh, imagine that you want to create a course for lawyers, no? So we can do here. I have also here in AI that
Can
you
you
have.
zoom in just a little bit?
Sorry.
Can you zoom in a little bit for
Yeah.
people in the back? Yeah, thank you.
So here I have another assistant that you can ask for text and image that is like well, very similar to ChatGPT, or you can use it for additional information that you want to ask. And for example, I can say here as AI create oh, I don't have much. Create tools for different models to help lawyers to get more customers.
For people, it says create a course with different modules for lawyers. Something like this.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can reuse it later. Let me see if it didn't adapt to Chinese. I don't know what. Okay, so here it created the content here. You can see it. And it creates all the modules that you need for your course. Something that I can do. Maybe I'm going to need to clean it a little bit because I have all the modules here. Okay, sorry. I need to. Okay, well, here it translates automatically to Chinese also. If you want to see it, you will have a different language. And here I have all the content, and it will be very difficult not to be creating all the content in the platform because if you have 100 models, you have to create each category and you have to create every model. So what I built here, I think that this is not the right format, and maybe it's not going to. Let me try. So if you go to courses here, I can create here a topics. I'm going to do something very simple. This is for playing the guitar, no? So it has the introduction, the presentation is in Spanish, but and I'm going to put here guitar. So it creates the new course for the guitar. And well, this is another way that you can load a lot of content and you don't have to do manually. That is also a lot of work. And also for each section, later you could ask to the own editor to load the content from AI, and you could create all the content very, very easy and very fast. Okay, this is taking time. I'm going to show you another use case that I think that is interesting. That is, you know about avatars and all these things that, what was the name in ChatGPT to create videos on Sonar? What was the name of the?
Sora.
What?
Sora.
Sora. So Sora have a problem because if you want to, for example, how will be the use case for here? I will need to create from all the content. I will need to create a video and so to the customer in real time is not going to happen. So it's going to have to be rendered in the backend, and it's going to be a lot of work. So what I did something different that I think that you can do in real time. That is not using AI, but I think that is cool. That is using 3D models. So if you are able to load in the browser like a 3D model, and later, yeah, I can use AI for things that are faster. For example, text-to-speech. I can directly to show an avatar in 3D that is moving, and I can rotate the camera, and it's like me, so I can do some animations while he's using. It's going to be very useful for a training course. And I don't know if you know about media that has this project that is called MetaHumans. That is interesting because it's able to have very high quality and also even with Blender or with another tools you can have even really good 3D models that are very similar to the real ones. You could use it also for playing like avatars in the browser, and later you don't have to wait, or you don't have to to render these videos in the backend. You want to use for the training course. Okay. So I'm going to show you like a demo for the avatar. I think that I have it here in one of the boards. I added it here in this content. Okay. So can you see it here? The like an avatar in 3D model doesn't have to be like that. There's many tools, even like Ready Player Me and other ones that is able to create very similar avatars to you and very similar. So here is a simple avatar, and you will see here that is a lot of content that you have for your content. I use it OpenAI to do the text to speech. And for example, it's working the audio for the laptop.
What was that?
If it works the audio here.
Oh, yeah, sounds good.
Let me see.
Begin by finding a quiet and
Okay.
comfortable place where you can sit or lie down in a relaxed position.
Put your microphone next to
Gently
the
close your
microphone.
eyes and take several
I
deep
don't think
breaths
so.
to relax. Imagine yourself at your workplace, surrounded by familiar surroundings and daily routines.
So one thing that is doing also is like with the 3D model and the audio, is able to do the lip sync. I use a third-party software to do the lip sync. It's interesting.
How
and-
you feel when you enter.
And the other part is from OpenAI, I get the audio from the content. So if you don't want to create your own videos and you don't want to be in the camera, that is a different way to do it.
You may feel a mix of surprise, disappointment, sadness.
the same as the text
Observe.
same or is it different?
Sorry?
Is the text that we see on the video?
Yeah, exactly. All this video, all this text is the same that that person is doing. So basically, that would be another way to create the content because you create the topics and you create with AI you create the description and information below, and it's going to read. This is very useful because most of the time, if you do a training course, many people don't have time to watch the videos, and I feel annoying that I have to watch like 1 hour video if I can have a summary of all the information and I can go directly what I want. So I decided for my students at least having this option to have can have documents. This is an embedded because I embedded like the avatar, but you can embed a document or a PDF or a presentation or whatever you want. But yeah, that would be good.
Alejandro, can you add captions?
Sorry.
Captions.
It's in the progress, but no, I didn't have time to render for the 3D. I was able to come with this 3D, but for example, another thing that I can do here, because this is embedded, I can do here. You can set up what is going to be the avatar and local for. So this is. No, you see that you can define different backgrounds or you can define different avatars for different scenarios. So depending on what you are talking about, you can have different setups. The other one was generated with DALI there, and this one also. So you can have as many backgrounds. The idea is like with the platform, you can select which background you want and what is going to be the avatar, and it's going to play for you automatically, and you don't have to do the video.
Have you tried to do it with Synthesia?
This is not like Synthesia because what I told you is like it's a big problem to wait for videos that they have to render and wait a lot, and it's very expensive. So, for example, a friend wants to do a course with Synthesia, and he has to pay almost $2,000, $3,000 for the full course, only to render the videos, because you're going to spend a lot of credits only to generate the videos. But this is a solution that is free. I mean, you don't have, and it renders automatically in the browser and it reads with text to speech. So it's a completely different approach, but it solves the same kind of problem. without creating videos. Other people are going to do directly at their home, or they are going to go to a studio, or they are going to record it. You can do also. But this is a kind of a different approach, mixing 3D with AI for text to speech. Use OpenAI that is not bad for the text. You can use also 11 Labs. That I think that is another solution. So, let me go back to see what were more use cases I have here. So what I told you, you need to configure OpenAI in your account if you decide to use it. Is here in the settings. So basically, one of the integration that I have here is OpenAI, and you put only your key from your playground, and it's interesting. I'm going to show you something that I integrate with what I started a few days ago, and I think that is another use case that is interesting. Or I think that I didn't, I didn't, I didn't put in production. So let me see if I can show you here. Okay, let's see if I can do the demo for this. So another use case that I think that is very interesting if you have a training course is like, yeah, probably you want to give classes because if the customers are paying 2,500, of course you are going to need classes. In my case, I give classes Tuesdays and Fridays. And what I built this that is using like you create a knowledge base for your students. And basically what it does is all the content that you upload and you see that you have in text, it converts to a PDF and it uses one of the assistants and it creates your knowledge base. Now I have two assistants, that is the teacher and the creator. The teacher is the person that is going to do the training, and the coach is going to be the person for the creator. For example, you want to build this course, but if I want to get customers, I need to make a webinar, or I need to make a product launch formula, or you need to do like a VSL, that is a video sales letter. There are different formats to get acquisition and you can use in the platform. But I don't know which one is good for starting. So for example, I have one of my mentorship that is a huge PDF, like 300 pages, that it tells you how to do a sales script. And if I ask now how to do a sales script, it's going to give me the information like he is the mentor. Well, he is the mentor for the creator, and the same for the students. For example, for the teacher. Jeffrey is here, and he knows about my program. So one of the pieces that we do is like I help you to optimize your LinkedIn. And this is a piece of content in all the course that will tell you, hey, you have to optimize your profile, you have to improve your banner, and you have to add your summary, and all with different tools. So now I uploaded this part of the content as a knowledge base, and I can ask, tell me how to optimize my LinkedIn profile. Let's see if it works. It's going to give the answer.
What did you ask? What did you put into the prompt?
Tell me how to optimize my LinkedIn profile.
Thank you.
So there is a content in the course that is talking only about LinkedIn profile. And I don't know if it's working. Yeah, it's working. So you see here, it's telling you the same information to message your LinkedIn profile, follow these practical tips from the team, from the document LinkedIn optimization PDF, the profile, the banner, the professional headline, the summary, the work experience, and it's getting all this information from the course. So you don't need to have a teacher that is going to go to the content to explain again how to do it, something that is in your platform. As good as your content is good, it's good to answer. But here I can mix the knowledge base with AI. So I could ask very specific questions about LinkedIn, or only the banner or the profile, and it will give me all the information. And you can also do the mix. So what is in the content, and also AI can tell me. So it's very interesting. And The other example I think that is not good because the content was not perfect, but tell me how to do a sales pitch. I think I didn't like too much this content, but because normally a sales pitch is very different to this. At least when you try to help people, is I think that it's more like understanding what is the current situation, see what are the problems, how you can help them, and later you identify problems you can propose to join your program. I think that. Yeah. So here, well, it's doing better. It's telling you all the steps. Understand your audience, build a relationship, identify the problem, illustrate the future benefits, close with confidence, handle objections, create urgency, and focus on results. And this is not the information from the general knowledge from AI, the information from your course. So that is the interesting part. That I put it specifically that knowledge base. And right now, I'm using the assistant from AI. I didn't. It's when you upload it here, it's supposed to upload also to the assistant, but it's still a work in progress. So you see how it works. Um, Let me see what other use cases I have. Well, I created the landing page with the promise. I created topics of the course. I think that where it was. I don't know if it created. Mm, I'm going to have to believe me. The guitar is here, yeah. You see the, but I don't know if it's working for some reason. It's not working. Okay, you are going to have to believe me. But, you can create directly from the contents, and it creates all the structure, and later, for example, I see here even for example some content here that I remember that it was not translated here. So I can, well, another thing that you can do is, because you have the assistant here in the right, you can say translate to English. And, and well, it's going to create the content and do copy and paste. It's going to be soon integrated in the own one, so it's going to be the same like when you upload an image, now that you have a model, or like you have seen in other places, but at least I have in the right if you want to do another kind of questions. But yeah, you see here, so I okay, I clicked something and I cannot see. Okay, well, you can copy here and you can click here, save, and it will save the content. One more use cases I can show you. You can create the content, you can use the avatar that I showed you before, you can translate the content to multiple languages, so it's, even if you want to offer. The other use cases that I thought I was not going to finish today is the chatbot for customer support or for business owners. That is very interesting. And later I'm going to show you how you can start using the product and basically what it includes. So I provide like 12 months of monthly support, and you can pay month by month. And basically, with the platform, you have like bootcamp for 30 days, and you can. It's going to help you how to identify your client, how you create an offer. The same thing that you have here in this template, that is the offer, is the same one that you are going to offer. You have to go to a webinar or whatever. And here is going to tell you all the things that you can have. One thing that is different from other platforms is like I provide the training, so now I have not one, two, only 1A sessions. So like for an hour, I help the customers to use the product. And here you will see that normally you will have to use many tools to, like for example, if you're familiar with the school, it's like $100, or you had to create your own website, probably you had to use WordPress and this.
Can you augment it?
Yes. Okay. So also you want to get customers, you probably need to have a platform for the webinar or the VSL or the affiliates program or the, the if you want to do the last, that is very similar to a webinar, but it's in multiple days also. You can have here a CRM, the opportunity tracking. Also, if you know Calendly, for example, I have a calendar and service like a Typeform and Calendly inside. Also for the student, you have the check-ins, how you track the habits, how you get the tasks or doing one-on-ones with the customers. Later on, the payment and billing, that is memberships, discounts, subscriptions, whatever. And I give you a lot of content, like for example, different content. But yeah, this is the plan that you have for GPT Tuesday. That is $100 per month. That is the program. You can go to the website wandari.com, and in case that you want to start. And I think that this is everything that I wanted to show you. Also, I recommend you that you join here to the free community. It's a community very similar to a school where basically you are going to have a lot of content for marketing affiliate for free. And also the template for the presentation is there. Well, I think that this is all. So you have questions or any, yeah.
So the data that the language model is using to create content, where does that data come from?
The original, all the platforms have original templates. Like for example, for the website or the webinar and things like that, this is already content generated. So you only say to the model like, I use this content that is in my platform. It's like a YAML file, and this YAML it generate another version of this YAML with the new content from OpenAI. So
OpenAI.
yeah, yeah. And
Which model are you using?
now I'm using GPT-4 Turbo, GPT-4o. But it depends because if I have a lot of content like as an input, I use the 3.5. It depends on the use case. I use one model or other depending on the limitation. The hard part here was working with very large inputs because you had to separate in chunks and later ask to the GPT and the answer you had to put together, and that is interesting. And and also the same thing when there are very long answers, you have to use ChatGPT and you have to work with the continue part. That is the same thing that you have in UI. So it's giving you part of the code, but it doesn't give you everything. So so I cover these two scenarios, but basically it's only OpenAI with LLMs and using for the chatbots, it's the assistants, and for the one is the chat, the normal chat. More questions? Yeah.
How many years I guess this is your platform that you've built.
Yeah.
How many years have you been working on this?
I started last November, only me, and I use a lot of ChatGPT to build it, but yeah, and it has many more things, but I started mostly because I was not happy with the current products because I started with Google Classroom and, and Trello and Notion and a lot of different tools together, but nothing was fully integrated. And later you have a school, but the school doesn't have the marketing and the sales part. You have to go high level. And I don't know, I was basically, I don't want to pay for all these products. It was a lot. I still use Calendly, but I have my own calendar here that is still working, but yeah, less than a year, all the platforms. And it's basically building Node.js and JavaScript, everything. So.
Thank you for presentation. I have a question. How did you create those 3D avatars? Did you use some platform with API or it was?
No, I use 3GS. That is the library that renders 3D models, and later there is many platforms now for building avatars. that gives you the GLB, that is the format for 3D, that is not even Blender and all these platforms support it. So as soon as you create a GLB and you can render in the browser, you have one approach.
Can you repeat the name?
It's 3GS.
S3GS?
No, 3GS.
Thank you.
That is the JavaScript for the render. And you can do everything. So, yeah, I mean, you can render the backgrounds and the camera and the zoom and doing the rotation and doing animations. But yeah, I think that is cool because it's a different approach. Yeah.
What was the library? You said you did you used a special library for doing the lip syncing.
Oh, I don't know. Let me find it, but I think that it was here in the. I used part of my avatar project. I think that is Google Lip Sync. It's like a third party that it's able to, but it's a bit more difficult because it's like you get your 3D model and you get all the gesticulation and things like that, and it translates to what they call visions, it's like different ways that you move your mouth, and later when you are, it generates like a JSON, and when it's playing every second, is checking in what second you are to know exactly how you need to move the mouth depending on the word that you are using. So this library is only translating the second that is playing the audio with the mouth sync. So, but that is why I don't have it still 100% automated because it's a lot of pieces, and I had to do the test to speech and later translate the test to speech to the JSON and run this script for the lip sync. But any other questions that you want to ask? Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for the presentation. I have two questions.
Okay.
So the first is, I love how everything is so integrated. You know, with the click of a button, you create the program, you create the content, you create the avatar, you create the social reviews, whatever. Can the AI also generate the paying clients?
Sorry?
Can the AI also generate the paying clients for the coaching business?
The paying clients, like the ones that they want to pay?
Yes.
No, that is the difficult part. I think that something that I still working on that I think that is more, I mean, I have many tools that I have in my mind. For example, if you create content and you want that the people go to the website, normally you have tools like ManyChat that answer automatically, and I was trying to do that. The integration with Facebook, and now they have very close the APIs, and it's a very difficult process that your app. Actually, is someone here have worked recently with the SDK from Facebook? Let me know because they ask you for that you have to create a test user for testing your app, and the test user is not available anymore. So how I can publish my app or test it and they approve it if they don't give any more test users to test it? So I think that is like yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. Any other questions?
Yes, the second question would be a more serious question. So I think this is actually really neat in how it sets up. Like, really, at the click of a button, you can set up a lot of content. But how do you see this actually, as you have built the coaching business yourself, right?
Yeah.
You know, I imagine it's not just about build the content and they come, right? It's not just that. There's a whole lot around it, right?
That is why I think that if you join now to a mentorship program to build a coaching business, that most of the people charge you like 5,000, 10,000, even more for doing these programs, teach you all of this, and you have to do manually by yourself, and they don't provide the tools and the platform. So for me, it's like, oh, we have these VSLs that already work, that is this format, or this is a webinar that already works. I'm going to give you only the template. And you have two options there. You edit it, or you ask to AI to help you to edit it, and it's going to be faster at it. But first, if you don't know what is your customer and what are the problems and things like that, I mean, it's going to be very difficult to scale. Even for me, right now, I focus only in senior software engineers and it's very difficult to change my business only to junior, for example, because it's a different personal brand. I don't have the resource, and it's a different product. So that is why people do something and solve a problem, and it scales until they cannot do more, and they basically get all the senior engineers in the world, and later they focus on a different customer. For example, now I started to do in English because my program is only in Spanish, and I start the next cohort in English also. But I think that it's very difficult. Even changing from Spanish to English is it's a lot of focus that you are losing some focus for the business. So I think that as much that you specialize and you do only one thing. For example, right now for me it's difficult when I'm building this product because it's different audience like engineers and entrepreneurs. And I define like a software engineer that is entrepreneur also, but it's difficult to sell both things because if you go to Instagram, for example, what you sell, the engineer part or the entrepreneur. So I'm having the same challenge, but because it's a software, it's a different because I don't use more my personal brand for still with the engineers and the school because it's the part that is making more revenue. And for this, I'm going to use something that is not going to be all my personal brand because I can use more ads, something like that. Because for a high ticket business, they need to know you and they have to trust you. But because it's $5,000 and maybe you pay for a program like this. But for 100, they don't need to know you. I mean, it's without something like that, maybe people are going to pay for 100, and if it's a 30 days trial, they try the product, and if they don't like it, so that is why I'm thinking in both. Once it's able to help you to make money, and the other one is more low ticket and it's going to get more time, because the program expectation is that the product needs to be perfect. And, and now that is what I'm focusing. You will see that maybe I not focus a lot in the design and things like that, because I'm more focused now that people use the product and understand what are the problems and see what are the features that they need, and later I can do more iteration for that part. Yeah.
I'm not sure whether you already answered or explained. Uh, Specifically, from not a nothing beginning.
Yeah.
Not necessarily how. Where did you go to begin to put things together with little coding experience?
You mean to build a platform like this?
Yes, that's the question.
To build it from scratch without coding skills?
But did you have coding? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm a software engineer, so
pardon me.
I work for like 25 years working as engineer, and that is my job at LinkedIn, not as in Microsoft. But I don't know how. I have seen today. I have seen today a video that a girl with 5 years was doing coding and asking only to Cloud AI, and you can do it. But the problem later is like, are you understanding really the code, and you are going to so.
Did you begin with a source from an AI-based tool to begin?
No. This platform I use a lot ChatGPT. I think like nowadays every developer uses ChatGPT, but I started to build everything from scratch, and yeah, nowadays I think that you use a lot of ChatGPT, but yeah, it was
Mostly, yes.
Not mostly, but it's mostly like a tool, like
to help the process of the coding.
But you need to understand what language you are going to use. I implemented here, for example, a database from scratch. So I'm not using databases at all. It's a German interpretation. So you need to understand how you have to read or write files and how you avoid conflict between multiple users writing a file. And that is an implementation of the database. You need to ask the right question to ChatGPT. You want to build something like this. So you need the background at least. So, but I don't know. That was my way for.
In what way did ChatGPT assist? Did it point you in better, suggest better?
For example, the supporting a new language like that before I have only Spanish and now I have English. It helps me a lot. Like, oh, I have this JavaScript, give me all the labels, translate it, and provide a way that I can reuse from multiple pages. And it's giving me the structure to introduce labels in every page. and later instead having to do label by label, writing the translator and everything and put it in my code, in 5 minutes I have everything. I tried to build something that it was like I didn't have to do the coding. Like for example, you have a GitHub repository and takes the code and you ask only like in Jira and you create the tickets and it builds automatically, it creates the code for you. But the problem is like every time that you ask things to ChatGPT and Cloud, if it doesn't have iterations on some way, and I think that the agents are trying to solve all these problems, it doesn't give you the right answer, and you waste a lot of time doing iterations, and many of the PRs that probably create for your code is not going to code that you can apply. So I think that it's going to be solved at some moment, but for me it didn't work at all.
One more
Okay.
question.
So
Your platform is already in an app or is it web-based?
no, it's a web based. It's here. You can go to OneDarty.com. So this is the website. So you can start using it here, and it tells you.
Is it onedari.com?
Yeah, OneDarty.com. Yeah.
Do you have success stories about people using your platforms that you can share?
Yeah. For example, I have a coach that he has. I just say 3 words. 3 weeks also. Okay. So like a community for people that wants to do like I don't know, like personal development, and they do this kind of thing like constellation and things like that. Yeah. He was one. I can show you. So you see different faces. This whole people. So it was interesting because this is he does here the coaching, and it has a video and it told you about the program and the benefits and some testimonials. So she had like 50 students, and she was one of my success cases, and she's using for all the community, for the membership. She supports here. You see here you have all the payments here also. So if you want to have monthly payments or you have to pay only one time, also it has coupon codes because he decided to have discounts for people that were before students. So let me show I can show you inside if you want to see it. But the other thing is my school that I was able to make 100K with the engineer game, that is engineergame.com. That is another, that is basically what I built this platform. And later I have like 20 customers because I did the launch last month, and I get the official launch, and I have 20 customers that are building different kind of business. Like for example, I have one that helps data engineers. I have another person that is helping, for example, like a kind of doctor that is helping to prevent cancer, and different kind of coaches that started to use the platform. I don't have as many as I would like, and today it's official that it support English also, because before it was only for like Spanish coaches that wants to create their own business, and now it has support for English also.
Because you launched 1 month ago.
Yeah.
To use it, you were building.
Yeah, to use it. I have some customers that were using before, but officially it was launched last month. Anyways, for any customer that they have classes every 2 weeks, so they come to the classes, and I help them how they can define almost the business part, so they are successful building in the platform, because that is one of the problems that I found, that many people don't know even what they want to offer, how much they are going to cost, what is going to do the program. Because if you look for low ticket, for example, like $50, something like that, and also how you do all the business, how you do the sales, how you create the ads, and all this part that is not only specific from the platform. The platform, I think that is mostly to use it, but the value that I give is like more my background building another course and having other mentors in marketing and sales that helped me to start my business.
So if I understand correctly, you have two offer, like one that is SaaS that I can use your platform for 199 per month,
Yeah.
and the other
It's
is
100 now for the
100
the
for us
yeah,
tonight.
yeah, yeah.
And the other model is one time for 30 days,
No, it's $100 30 days trial, and it includes the classes and everything.
Okay.
So that is why the offer I think that nowadays is so good, because I'm trying to build things with my first customers, and normally I get, for example, now in English maybe I get only 20 customers, and I try to guarantee that they are successful, so they are my testimonials, and later I can start scaling. So that is why now it's very personalized to each person, because I help them to create a business.
And what about what you talk at the beginning? You said
That is engineering. That is my high ticket product. That is the school, but it's for software engineers, and that is how I started my online business, coaching business.
I'm not sure I understood that part. Sorry.
No,
What was-
I created this SaaS because I needed for myself to offer to my students that are engineers, and that is how everything started. So, but if you are an entrepreneur or you have a digital product, or you have your own company,
Yeah,
you use the SaaS. It's only engineer game. I use it more like a success case for that in some way. One question more there? Or?
How do you divide your time? So you said you work with LinkedIn and Microsoft. Is that what you said?
I don't know. Ask the different how I do.
I don't know how he does it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You work with them.
No, he's one of my students.
Yeah.
He did engineering. Yeah. No, I think that it's interesting. I mean, I was always very productive, and I use my time for building things, and I like it. So,
Do you have do you have a certain amount of hours that you allocate on do you have like a system? I guess that's my question. Do you have a system, or is it very
it depends, because I used to have even 3 jobs, and for that it was in different time zones. So I started to work with one in the morning and the other one later. I decided to quit, and I have in one moment working as a staff for LinkedIn, and I have more time to build products in my free time. And I don't know, I think that Miami is good for that. When I go to Spain, I don't have time because I have very I don't know. I think that it is mostly here. I find that it's very easy to focus and I and and it depends, because with my engineer game I'm doing the coaching, because I have only like 10 people that I interview every week to join my program. And mostly this I started to do one day. I think that is mostly at afternoon, like from 6 to 12 at night, and mostly the weekends, and that is the way that I organize. So I have like specific blocks to specialize to different things. So, but for me it's like a hobby. So for me building the platform, I used to do it mostly in the weekends. And now that I have more customers onboarded, they started asking me more features, and it's a bit more fun. And that is, for example, now in the content of the course, they ask me to create comments or adding specific features on now the AI. I mean, the part of AI is very new. It's only like 2 or 3 weeks. So I think that, but I didn't find any product that does that. I mean, they have many AI products, but not. I think that not in this way. I mean, that's how I solve it. I think. More questions? Okay. So thank you so much for your time. If you want to try onegari.com, you can onboard. I mean, and one that you join to the platform, I will send you an email so you can join also to the classes. You have like 30 days trial, and well, it depends. I mean, if you are building in English, I have a different group, but I have another for Spanish, And we do classes every Tuesday at 12, every 2 weeks. And well, I recommend you that at least you try it. And if you have any feedback, you let me know. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Alejandro. That was a great presentation. Thank you so much. You showed us how to create our own coaching business using AI, as well as a bit of your platform, showing us, some of the really cool benefits of using AI in our platform and inside of our website. So hopefully some food for thought for people that are looking to utilize AI in their own systems. So again, round of applause for Alejandro. Thank you so much for your presentation and providing education to our AI community. So thank you again. So speaking of which, speaking of speakers, let's go ahead and start also talk about the next few weeks speakers that we have here. So next week we're going to have Kai Gomez from Swarms in the back over there. Yeah, so Kai created the very first multiple AI agent framework in the world. So that means being able to leverage AI agents as a swarm to create, let's say, your website or to provide a lot of different sections for whatever you're building, right? So you can utilize agents to automate financial operations, real estate operations, marketing, content, etc. So a wide variety of items you can do with agents, and it really is becoming the future. So it's going to be a very exciting presentation next week. The following week, we'll be having Vlad Rudichenko. He's not here right now, but he's going to be talking about hyper-personalization, how to utilize AI to do hyper-personalization through email, SMS, phone calls, etc. So that means if you have, let's say, an Excel spreadsheet and you want that person to be talked to in a certain way, you can increase your conversion rate from your emails, from your text messages, etc., by having the AI personalize messages instead of using one of those, template systems. Hi, name, right? Like, hi, name, I'm from XYZ. Please sign up to our website. Not so great, but if you have hyper-personalization, then you now have the ability to actually personalize every one of your messages across different channels to those people. And now you'll have a higher conversion rate, open rate, etc. So really excited for that one too. And there are a few others that are in the pipeline. I don't know if I can say them yet, but so maybe I'll pause on that. And speaking of which, we have a workshop coming up as well. We're partnering up with Kai Gomez. We're going to do a workshop on AI agent swarms. It'll be a fun time. We'll be helping to automate real estate operations, marketing, and financial stuff as well. And speaking of which, we also have another partnership as well. Alex and I are hosting software internals next week, September 4th. Yeah, let's go. Alex is one of the OGs here at GP Tuesdays, and it's just been a wild ride. And we're going to be providing a really, really great place for high-tech engineers, researchers, developers, researchers, etc. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Alex, you want to say anything, or already good? Perfect. Yeah. So September 4th over at Society Wynwood. Come check us out. I'll be sending out an email. So it'll be a fun time. Some last housekeeping items. There's parking validation. So if you park here in the parking garage, just get the ticket up in the front, so you don't have to pay too much money. It'll be much cheaper. And also food and drinks in the back. If anyone's looking to, have some food or have some drinks. And last but not least, a small announcement. We're actually going to be updating our handles. We're going to be making a move from GP Tuesday to GP Tuesdays, right? So we're now essentially we now have organizations around the world. We have someone now trying to open up a GP Tuesday up in Brazil. So I think the name change is apt. I think it's going to be nice. It's going to be very slight. And so we'll be going ahead and providing those QR codes for everybody to start accessing from, and I'll be helping you make that switch. But speaking of which, if anyone can, thank you. We're very excited to become global. Yes, GB Tuesday is becoming global. So now we are GB Tuesday. So really excited to be in Brazil. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, so last but not least, let's go ahead and just have some great conversations, right? Because that's what this is all about, having great conversations. In fact, the future might even be shaped by some of the conversations in here. We're at the cutting edge of AI. The world's going to be moving really quickly. And so the stuff that we build together, the community that we build together, can really, really shape the future of humanity. So thank you everyone for coming, and I look forward to talking with you. Oh, and also I want to thank some people for coming. You know, Patricia and Juan for coming to here. We were at AI Salon, so you know we're wanting to do a lot of work together, build together, grow together. So give big shout out to AI Salon. Woo! Oh yeah, and I forgot, Borhan from Miami AI Hub will be presenting they'll be throwing an event as well for generative gatherings. So I implore everyone to go there September 11th. They'll be having a conversation with Apple, so it'll be a fun time. We've done some collaborations in the past. We've worked with Joao and Crew AI, where we had a really, really great time. So anyways.
One more time. Repeat that.
Oh yeah, so for next week, September, sorry, not next week, September 11th. Miami AI Hub will be doing an event with Apple, so I just wanted to give a shout out for that.
Here?
Yes, that's here.
I can maybe announce
Sure.
other 3 events that they are tomorrow and Thursday.
Oh, that's right. You want to, yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow there is an event in Manatech about AI and money. It's AI in fintech. It starts at 6, and then on Thursday at Miami-Dade College there is another event about AI and emotional learning at 5:30, and there is another one on generative AI. It's the Generative AI Collective Miami Kickoff. So
Yes.
maybe you are also interested. It's going to be at Manatech also at 6:30.
Wait, which college, which campus?
It's a new one. Gen AI Collective, Miami.
Which campus?
Oh, Manatech.
AI money.
Manatech.
There's multiple, like, is it the one downtown?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, when we say Manatech is at 21 Brickell Plaza, no Brickell Avenue. 21 Brickell Plaza is a building where you have the Wells Fargo on the ground floor, where we also organize the AI Salon. So that's the building. So tomorrow it's the one for the FinTech, and Thursday the Generative AI Collective.
Oh, I wanted to register and there's a wait list.
Oh, is that for the Gen AI Collective or
For the
for?
FinTech tomorrow, right? This is the one?
Yeah.
How, is there, the wait list gonna be open?
I can try.
It's in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
We'll talk to some people.
Let me know.
We know a person who knows a person.
Yeah, I know the.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much for coming, and let's have some amazing conversations. So.